G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's challenge is a little PA system. Now, a PA come music system. Now, this is actually mine. I wanted to dig this out and have a bit of music in the backyard for Australia Day, a bit of Aussie music. And I'd be listening to a little station called Cool Stream. Now, you'll find that on TuneIn, through the TuneIn app. Have a listen. Cool Stream, little blue head with some cans on. Have a listen. So this thing, no audio at all. I plugged it in and wanted to just probably hook a Bluetooth receiver up to it. Nothing. Now it's turned on there. There's an on-off switch here, which standard thing. It's battery operated. There's a battery in here as well, a gel cell that runs this unit for, well, I've had it running for a couple of days and no problems. So there's a thump when you turn it on. There's a little sound which there's a switch here that goes from the radio, CD and USB, as well as auxiliary there, to the actual PA. So you can turn that off separately so it saves power. And when I touch that switch, I'll let you have a listen to the front. Okay, so we've got audio on, well, appears to be audio coming through. So we'll leave that on. The tuner is on AM, 531, end of the band. You should have white noise hash coming through there. Turn him up. Nothing on the main volume at all. Nothing here on tape. And we also have an auxiliary cable. And if we turn him up, that's the end one there, and turn master up, nothing at all. In here we have balanced and unbalanced mic sockets for mic 1 or mic 2. You also have a wireless mic system up here, which is a pretty neat little system actually for a little karaoke type thing. Maybe that'll be used again one day. We don't know. So it appears as though the preamp itself is not working, this bit. And this bit, I think, comes out separately. There is 8 screws there, maybe 9. And this comes out as the preamp and possibly main amp. And this section up here is you've got your tape deck, your radio, which is normal car stereo type setup, and our wireless receiver. You've also got a little pull-out thing there with a light on it, which is pretty nifty, so you can see things at night. It's also nifty. Antenna goes on here for your wireless microphones, which we may be eliminating some of this and putting in a Bluetooth module in here. This would be really handy for a Bluetooth situation. So this is it. No audio. The handle itself, that's supposed to click, click, click up, and you press the red button to release it. Something in there has fallen apart in these channels and, is not working anymore. So we've got to fix that up. Okay, so I thought, well, I'll bring you along on the journey of repairing it, give you an idea of what's involved. I don't think you would have one of these, but I just thought you may be interested in what's going on down here, why the preamp is not working. Okay, we'll get in, we'll have a look at it and see how we go. Okay, so the first thing we might do is turn him on and let's check the tape deck and see if there's anything coming out of the tape deck, sort of eliminating the, well, it's not eliminating the mixer, but it's just one more thing that I thought may give us an idea of what's going on. Play. Yep. Okay. I think that's playing. Tape. Nothing. Nothing at all. This is auto reverse tape deck, so we can play both directions. And this has all gone hazy in the middle here. Perhaps we can polish a bit of that out. This is a nice little unit, this. I don't know who makes the deck, but it's got program search system on it, the APSS. So you can skip forward to the next track, see if that works. Yes, stopped. Now it's playing. And, well, no sound. Everything's turned up. No sound at all. So, yes, it's probably the preamp here, the mixer, because, well, that's your tape CD. And, yeah, there is just nothing. But the tape is turning okay. All right. We've got a bit of a glitch there as well. So we open it, and he comes that far and jams a bit, and then we've got to give him a bit of a push. So we may have a broken gear or an insect in the gears or something like that, just stopping it from opening up. It's a nice dampening system, so I'd like that to work as normal, and it seems to be this side that's catching. Okay, so radio, as I said, it's on AM at the moment. You can put it on anything, and yeah, totally dead. Righto, let's undo these screws. Let's see turn him off, see what's behind here. Yes, okay. This doesn't really. Oh, ouch. There's something very hot there. There's something very hot on this side. Okay, so we've got a heatsink here with some power regulators, I would say, on it. And yes, that's extremely hot. Hot enough not to touch it. That is for sure. Boy, it's a wonder there hasn't been smoke out of this. Okay. Can't work out what's... Ah, we've got a moth. Yeah, that's cooling. It's cooling down slightly at the moment. Yeah, we've probably got a shorted cap or a shorted power rig or something like that. But we're not getting this out. What have we got here? What is holding us up? Something over this side. How do you get into this thing? So what's holding us up seems to be a cable. I really don't know how to get into this. It appears as though the power cable to this block here seems to be holding us up. Let's see, does that come undone? And there's a little 24 to 32 volt input into this. Now, yes, that does seem to release it somewhat. That one just turns. This one unscrews. Okay. Okay. We're a little bit further ahead. And yes, that heatsink is cooling down. Okay, we've got a plug and socket here. You guys can't see this, but got him. Okay. Now, boy, those wires need extending. They come up here onto that plug, which is this arrangement of our external power input. Now, there's one here that doesn't unscrew, and yes, it's turning a standoff. I'm going to take him so I can get at it. There we go. Okay. Now, that's the board. There's not much on it. It's not very populated. 3 LEDs and a power socket. So I don't know what else goes on here. Wouldn't have a clue. And as you can see, the back of it, boy, there's some gear that goes on here. And appears as though there's a power amp chip goes in here. Interesting. So it's a whole power board. And you've got your bridge rectifiers and the whole power board thing in behind here. So, yeah, okay. Right. Now, the first thing I might do, well, first of all, get you guys in here. We're going to have a look at this. Okay. Now, down in there, you can see the battery, which is in here. First thing I'm going to do is drop the power cable off that. I don't need any sparks or anything happening here, so there's our battery cable off. And then it's a matter of working out what's heating up here. Now this is part of our input here. Well, not really. I don't know. Are these power regs? These might be, I don't know, could be output chips. No, they're not. They're only 3 legs. So I really don't know. There's our power amp. There's 2 chips there. I don't know why there's 2. This is a mono system, maybe for mid-range tweeter and woofer. I'm not sure. Maybe for external speaker. I don't know. Haven't got the circuit for this at all. So what we've got to do is label everything here for a start and start removing everything. And of course, you've got plugs here with 2 pins, 2 pins, 2 pins, and 3 pins. And then we've got 3, 3, and 3. Yeah, well, that makes it really handy, doesn't it? So, what do we do? We'll mark this with a texter. We'll put, I think I'll put some tape on these. I'll put, some masking tape on each one, I think, because these would be very easy to get mixed up. And then we'll get this unit out on the bench, find out what's going on. I'll mark these and I'll be back. Okay, labelled them all, just 1 to 6. So, 1 to 7 actually. So let's start unplugging. Yeah, well, let's try and start unplugging them. Just lift him out rather than pull the cables. Now, most of these would be, I guess, power and stuff up to the top of the unit. As I said, I don't have a circuit on this. I've never worked on one, so I really don't know about them. But that doesn't stop us fixing them. Basic electronics. Okay, here we go. Right, well, that's got those out of the road. Now, what have we got here? We've got the power switch. We've got mains in. Okay, well, I can unplug that because it's already labelled. This fella, well, all I'm doing here is taking a photo, and that should be enough for us to come back and put the thing together. It's not a very complicated system. It's just the cables are too damn short in most places. And we'll sort these out. We'll find out where they go and possibly label each one as to where it goes. Now, there's 2 batteries in there, I see. I do have, well, the positive output is disconnected, so we don't have any power here. So I'll get my other trusty broken screen iPhone and take a picture. Great use for your old iPhone. Use it to take pictures with when you're doing stuff like this. You guys know that. Okay, here we go. Just got to get this focused up. And there we go. Okay. Take a picture there. Now, we'll take the switch off. And I don't know, I guess this is the power, well, it's the main power switch, but I Oh, gee. Yeah. Hang on. I'll release this fella. And this one. Now, the only thing holding us is this power switch. And, well, he's got to come off. There we go. Right. Okay, here we go, guys. The whole thing. And, yeah, this end, that heatsink, that was red hot. You could not touch that. So we've got to get into that. Okay, I'll move this off the bench and get it out of the road, and we'll come back and attack it. Okay, let's find out what's going on. Now, as I see it here, we've got a ground wire we've got to take off, unplug these two, and this wire, this board is soldered onto all our pots and our sockets and everything. So it's only a matter, I think, of undoing all the pots and, of course, our couple of mic sockets and the screws that hold each socket in and the RCOs. And I think that board should then come out. It's not part of your main amplifier, which is here, which yeah, it's strange having two output ICs there. This must be, yeah, must be a reasonably good unit. This thing seems to have a lot of go in it. It's loud. It's very, very loud. It's, yeah, a great little thing. And just throwing a little bit in here, guys, the actual output ICs on this thing. So if you want to look up the output power, or so what this uses is a TDA 9274, okay? TDA 9274. So just for your interest, that was the two output chips. So yeah, just thought I'd throw that in. Now I've got no idea. There you go, Legacy. It's a PA100R. Fairly common with outdoor venues of maybe radio station outside broadcasts and stuff like that. I'll just, it is 240 volt, this one. There's your DC input. Okay. And that's what your three LEDs are. If I can keep the shine off the screen. And of course, look where it's made. Yeah. And extension speakers. And that was our power switch. That we were getting a little bit of noise, but yes, obviously this mixer section isn't getting voltage because of something really drastic happening right here. This almost burnt the skin off my finger. That heatsink was red hot. So, and as you can see in there looks to be three-legged devices, probably regulators. So it'll be plus minus a voltage plus plus voltage for, well, I don't know. What else is here? Maybe 48 volts for, I don't know whether this has phantom power or not. I don't think it does. So it won't be a 48 volt supply. Not sure. But anyway, let's get in and check it out. Start by removing all these fellows and then removing all the nuts off the pots. Okay, and yeah, then we'll go in and remove all these. I'll grab a socket and I'll undo all these, unscrew them, and then we'll be back. Now, before we go any further with this, what I'll do is squirt a little bit of cleaner into the pots, because the pots are very, very hard to turn. So just to lube them up, I mean, boy, that is really hard. And they seem to loosen up fine. I don't know whether they are scratchy, but certainly this will eliminate the scratchiness with them as well. So there he goes. He's starting to come good. There, at least you can turn them quite easily now without actually bending the legs. Right, that's good. And this one, still a bit tight. There he goes. Okay, I've done all the rest. I just thought I'd show you what I'm doing. Okay, so, okay, all the pots are, yeah, at least we can turn them easy when we're testing. Now, in here, with the power rigs, or whatever these things are, there's been some glue put on the end of the nuts, of course, some sort of nail polish or something like that, a little bit of paint. I just get a cotton bud or a Q-tip, whatever you call them, and put a bit of acetone is the best, or you can use IPA, isopropyl. Just put it on the end, leave it for 5 minutes for it to sink in and soften the paintwork, and yeah, then they'll undo quite easily. Okay, so that's next. And as you can see, there's red paint actually coming off there. It's softening up nicely. Otherwise, it's very, very difficult to get these off if you don't do this bit. Okay, now we'll unscrew them. I was going to wait a few minutes, but we'll see how we go. Different screwdriver. And let's just see, I'm the wrong way around here for where this camera is. So my hand's going to be a little bit in the road, but I have to use a pair of pliers here. And there we go. Quite easy to undo. Now these are on with a spring washer and a flat washer. Okay. Now, it may not be the power reg here. That's the other thing. We might be chasing something that doesn't exist, but I want to see what's what with them so that I know what voltages to expect when I connect this up. I'll connect this up to the power supply here and run it as a separate unit and see what's not working. Let me get over here so I'm not in your road. Well, it'll probably also put a bit of heatsink compound if there's some on this. I don't know whether there is or not. I think there is. Yeah, there is. So, no, it hasn't. That one's a bit hard. That one's very hard. So, yeah, probably needs a bit of new stuff on there. There we go. Now, let's have a look at what these are. Okay, I've done a bit of cleaning up on them. They're all insulated type, so there's no dangers of anything shorting out. Okay, let's see what they are. This one, I'll probably have to get a little bit of light on this. It is you might be able to see it in the camera actually. No, we can't. It's a 7815. Okay, this one is a 7815, and this one is, oh, what is he? I have to use the light with him. It's a 7808. So there's two 7815s and there's a 7808 at the back. I thought this would have been a 7915, as I thought we would need a negative rail there. But they're definitely both 7815s and a 7808. Okay, well, I know no one else has touched this since it worked, so I know that the correct devices are in there. No one's put a 7815. Oh, and guys, if you look at the circuit board, I didn't see that. Okay, 7815, a 7815, and a 7808. So let's do some measurements across them and see. This one here in the middle seems to have been the hottest, more so than this one. This one here, yeah, it does appear to be things have been running very hot there. Okay, let's have a look. You guys see there? Okay. Now, on diode test, we'll start at the end. We'll do this one. Nothing across it. 1.8K. 1.8. Don't know what it's registering there. This one, nothing there. Seems okay there. And this one, 1.8. So they all appear to be around about right. Okay, we'll go to ground and we'll check the ground. Now the output will be here to ground. There's no problem there. Ground, there doesn't seem to be a problem there. And over here, there's more of a problem. Okay, let's put ourselves on ohms. Ohms to ground there, 9K. Here, open circuit. This one, open circuit. So it appears this one Input there, 4.4, input there, 7, and yeah, almost appears to be open there. And yet this one, that's 7 meg. This one, no, is open. This one, yeah, 10 meg, 16, 17, 18K. There's obviously a cap charging up. And this one, guys, I can't see anything wrong there. Why is it running hot? We're probably going to have to put in some voltage. Now the voltage, oops, our voltage comes in here. I'll try and get this thing without a shining light on it. Bit hard. Voltage comes in here on this one here, comes around here to here. And then the output of this fellow goes to the input of this one. Okay. So our center is ground with all of them. That's ground. Where's our B plus line? Hang on a minute. Okay, that's our input. Input there. There's a cap on the input voltage. And this one, the input is actually separate. I don't know whether that's a crack. It looks like a damaged piece of board there, which is ground. Yeah, this is interesting. All right, I'll have a closer look at this under the microscope and just try and work out what's going on. Right, guys, now this one, the N one, the 7815, I just did some measurements again. Must have missed this on the first time round. And if we measure between the input and ground, now I'm only on ohms there, pretty well open circuit. There you go, 7 meg. Okay, now between the ground and output, if I can get this to stay there, 0.6 ohms. That's a dead short. Okay, goes to this capacitor here, does it? No, it comes up here and goes pretty well everywhere. So something between the ground and the output is a dead short, 0.6 ohms. And my leads are, well, 0.5, 0.4. So, yeah, it's pretty well right here. Now, this one comes out here. There is this capacitor here. So if I measure across him, and we'll have a look here. If I can get it to just stay there. No? Okay, what's going on here? So here, .6. Okay. Capacitor. Ah, there he is. Didn't make a good enough contact. So yeah, across that cap. So it also goes up here to the pot. I doubt very much whether it's anything to do there. And it comes up here and runs along in lots of different places. It's one of the main 8-volt rails. Now I'm going to start by right there at that capacitor. So this fella here, he may be short. It could also be one of the little surface mount fellas right in the bottom there next to the power rig that's actually shorted out as well. So we'll take this one out. It's an easy way to start, and then we'll probably remove the surface mount, and if not, well, we go from there. Hopefully it's that and not one of these 4558 op amps or something like that. So yeah, okay, we'll lift this fella out. Okay, so that's got him out. Put the meter leads across him, and what's the bet he's not crook? Oh, he is. There you go. 0.7. There we are. Put the meter across there, and no worries at all. 3.6k. So there's our problem. A 470. What is it? 16 volt. 470 mic. Just on the output of the 7815, the first one of the 7815. So I'll put a bit of solder wick on this, clean the holes up, put a cap in, and well, I'd say that's all that's wrong with this unit. Just suck some solder up there. I know we could be using wick. Everyone, not wick, everyone says, well, why don't you use soldering flux, some gel? Well, yeah, I mean, you can. I don't find much difference with it, actually. And this is a double-sided board, so it's a little bit hard to suck all the old solder, the lead-free stuff, out of this. We'll put a little bit more nice juicy stuff in there, and try and get a hole there so we can get the new cap in. Okay, I got that one. And this one doesn't want to play ball, so we might have to spear him with something. A little bit of wire, just shove it in there. Oh no, he's out, and that one's out. Okay, there we go. You can see the holes free now, and yeah, it's a double-sided board, but it's not actually soldered on this side, which is right in here. Okay, so I'll get a 470. We'll put him in, clean the board up, and then I think we've actually got a goer. Okay, now the smallest one I've got, believe it or not, is a 470 35 volt. So we've got to use him. The stripe is the negative on these. Just verifying that. Yes, the stripe is negative there. So positive there, negative over here. There we go. Solder him in, clean him up, and we're ready to try and put this thing together. I hope you guys remembered where the wires go. I've always got to take pictures these days. And when I think of my younger days, yeah, you didn't have to write anything down or remember anything. Of course, we didn't have cameras. Cost too much. Cost a fortune. If we took as many photos back then as what we do now, boy, we'd be broke. Okay, I'll grab my toothbrush and we're going to clean up along there. Just do a double check of everything once it's clean and get this ready to put in. Now guys, there is a split in the circuit board up there, which has been deliberately done. This is a ground here, and I'd say it goes to a ground maybe over here, and I'd say it's been split because of an earth loop there. So I'm not going to do anything with that. This unit was working fine before this, so yeah, just that's what that was, that's all. And it's, yes, obviously been deliberately cut. Okay, there's your connections in case you've got one of these, but I doubt whether you would have one of these. And, well, there's our connections there. I don't know whether it says, come on, focus up. Oh, it won't focus for me. But these ones, yeah, you can't quite see them. And of course, this camera, well, sometimes it focuses, other times it just won't. But anyway, yeah, what we got there, well, okay, maybe this side's better, isn't it? Okay, CD in, tape in, record, and on this side, mic, wireless mic, W mic, light, and CD, probably CD input or power or whatever it is, and voltage plus in. So there you go. That's, and of course these are, yeah, you can see more on this side. Okay, so just more or less ground connections and so forth. And that's it. Okay, so there you go. This fella looks bent. They all look bent. It's because the way it's been put in and mounted. And I'm not altering these. I'm not straightening them because, well, they fitted straight in when it was out. I have squirted a little bit of a cleaner into the switches as well. This one here, the slave master, was a little bit dicky to start with, so I've sprayed him and he's working well. These others I've sprayed as well when I did the pots. So let's put the heatsink on here, put a bit of heatsink compound on, and screw this back up. Okay, now we'll slip this fella back into here. This should go easily. Should. I'll just push them down so they don't catch. And we'll put some screws in the top once we get him all in. There we go. He's in. Okay. All we've got to do is get a couple of screws on this before he runs away on us. Righto, guys. Well, there's all the knobs on, all in the correct positions. Now, you remember this little board when I was taking it out, the 24-volt input, plus a circuit board with the whole amplifier thing on it. Oh, I better connect these up, didn't I? Well, I'm going to extend that lead so that if this ever has to be taken apart again, just to change batteries and stuff like that, there's enough lead there to bring this out and at least be able to disconnect things. This ground wire also has to go on here. So we'll put him on now. This is a fairly thick wire, so it needs a little bit of heat. And I'm trying to avoid the other track that's next to it, which is very, very close, but the actual track is ground as well. So, yeah, so it doesn't matter. Two ground tracks right up there. Okay, that's it. All that's to be done. Connect this. Now, there's some old glue on this cap. This is your main filter cap that's on the outputs. I don't know whether to chase this or not. I don't think so. There's been no hum. There's no problems with charging or, the operation of the unit. So I'm not going to change anything else there. Yeah, there's a heap of caps. If you're redoing it for another customer, maybe. This is mine. It gets used in the backyard, once in a blue moon. So I'm going to leave that as is. All right, we'll extend the wires for this 24-volt socket. Not that that will ever be used either. That's another thing. Do I connect that up? Possibly not. It'll either be power. Yeah, okay. We'll connect the power switch and the main switch, and yeah, guys, I'm going to take the leads off this and tape them up. That would make the whole thing easier. And as I said, I'll never use 24 to 32 volts on this because we've always got power, and it's battery as well. And if it doesn't work on that, if we ever need that, we can connect it up. Okay, let's get her in. Well, this is a plug-in unit anyway. I'm just leaving the plug off it. This is what just doesn't work. Now, DC in comes down here to this jack, goes back up here. Guys, I don't think this is even. Oh yeah, it's connected on this side. DC in goes down to this. That's all. Now it says 24 to 32 volts. Yeah, not worried about that. Okay, so I am worried about the LEDs. We have to have them. So we'll put this in and push it back a bit there. Running a bit short of room. And put my screws in. Our AC power is on. Our on-off switch is on. This little fella's wired up, and as I said, that other fella that's in there is not being connected. That's our battery. Now there's two cables here that go onto our main power amp, which is this one. And where did he disappear to? This one here. Okay, so this is the speaker actually. That's the power. And now we can tip him up and start connecting these fellas. So what we've got now, and in actual fact, for ease of everything, I'm going to connect the battery. So let's see if there's any sparks and things. Start it up. And we've got nothing connected in at the moment. So just turn him off for the moment until we get some inputs connected up. Okay, so we're connecting these up. This one, number 4, is that one, and we've got one to go. A little black fella. Where is he? Down in there, which is number 2, onto there. That's it. let's see if it's going to work. Now, first of all, turn him on. Comes on with a bump. And now I'm just feeling the regulators. Nothing's running hot there at the moment, of course. Power to the tape deck. Okay. Now, tuner. Yes, listen to that. We've got audio. We've got audio, guys. And we've got treble. We've got one echo. We've got some bass. And that's just the radio working there. Put a couple of screws in and we'll test a couple of things. Now the handle on this, I don't know whether to fix it or not. They can be, it can be a broken clip inside them. I don't know whether I want to waste your time and mine showing you that. It's a very straightforward mechanical type thing. So we might leave the handle. Main thing was to show you the electronic side of fixing this up. Okay. Okay, well, I've put the rest of the screws in. Everything looks right. We'll just, we better check the tape, just make sure he's okay. This little thing, yes, there's a little gear that's jamming on this side. Guys, I'm not going to worry about that because that's a pretty fair job and probably a job for a 3D printer. So, yeah, I'm not going to do that. As for this stuff inside this thing, well, yeah, once again, you've got to take the whole door off it to, there we go. He's come out. Okay, now we'll give this a bit of a clean up the best we can and put him back in there. Okay, that way we can see the tape turning. We know what the tape's doing. But first of all, let's check, make sure he's okay, and press play. And she's working. And don't you answer back, or I'll dip your face a smack. Bite your bum. And yeah, a little bit of Aussie humour there. Don't play too much of that. Yeah, it's working. And reverse play. So this plays both ways. So that's playing backwards, and it's working nicely. Rewind. It's got a little tape deck. This got no idea, as I said, who makes these, but it's a really good little deck. It's all working, guys. Power on for the tuner. And now I'm thinking, when you press play on tape, it disconnects the radio to the tape. Is that correct? That's certainly okay. That's certainly correct. And that's certainly working okay. And we won't play any more of that. Don't need any more copy strikes. One's enough. Okay. All working. Lovely. We won't try the mics. We know that's working, but we do need auxiliary. So let's, if I can find, here's my lead. Auxiliary in. Okay. What do we got here? Yes, we do. It's fairly quiet. But we do have auxiliary. Okay, she's all working. There it is, a Legacy PA100R. The problem was that little bugger. 16 volt, a 470 mic. If I can find the camera. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's him. My lighting and camera are just not playing ball today. It's yeah, not a not a real good day. My camera just will not focus properly. There you go. And dead short. There now. Righto, guys. I'll clean this little fella up here. He's just a little bit smoky. I'll try and clean him what I can on the inside, put him back on, but this job's finished. Okay, this is enough for me. As I said, backyard unit, but now it works. And, well, auxiliary input for a Bluetooth receiver. Don't have to do very much for this one. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. Give us a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe, please subscribe if you find it interesting. Hit the bell and you'll be notified when the next video comes up. Okay, guys, until next time, bye for now.